So, when we talk about financial education, and our listeners and you and I as well, we are not professional investors. But usually, when we listen to gurus and experts, it's always about finding the right strategy. There's this one thing we should follow, but no one really talks about the emotional part. Like,
Yeah.
why? And why is it so important? For me, it's a clear topic, but can you explain us why emotions are so important in the investment world in general when you take financial or business decisions?
Let's say it in this way. It's more simple. The way that we take decisions in life, not just financial decisions, 85%, it comes from the subconscious. So it comes from an emotional part. If you study neuroeconomics, that it's how we take decisions based financial decisions based on our behaviors. There is two types of decisions: the cognitive decisions and the emotional decisions. It's most of the time emotional. So when we are trying to invest, we need to consider this. Of course, you need to understand a strategy, you need to understand finance, but the market doesn't move because finance. The market moves because of people behave. For example, let's put an example so everyone can understand. Your company, not your company, a company maybe have like very good financial results. But if people don't believe in the company, they will not invest in the company. So the stock will not go up because that's the first law of economics, like when the offer cross the demand, right? Understanding about people behave, it will help you more than knowing about finance. And I don't want to have like haters now. Like, of course, you need to know about finance, huh? But it's not enough.
Got it. And so, to make it even more hands on, let's say I want to take my first steps in an investment world and I'm still not 100% sure when to buy, when is the right time to buy, is the price of a stock good or not? Or even when I have something and I want to sell it to take some profit, do you have some hacks, some how we can use our brain to maybe um, choose the right moment to take those financial decisions? How can I avoid that I jump in doing FOMO or any other emotional pitfall?
Well, one of the best hack brains is something that you teach in InvestLink course that is about defining your goal. There is no good or bad timing of buying something. Everything depends on what is your goal. See, if you don't define this, it could be always like the bad moment or the worst moment. Like, for example, like for a lot of people, it will be a good time to buy something because it's growing, because they want to sell soon. So maybe they want to buy something now and sell it in 3 months, and maybe it may be higher. But for me, that I'm a long-term investor, I will check which stocks are more down, thinking about that maybe in a few years will go up, because I will take the chance to buy them when they are actually down, not when they are growing. Again, there is no right strategy for everyone. You have to define your goal, as you say in your course.
So, if I want to get started and learning it, there is some first things I have to learn. The main basics of what is a stock, what is a bond. But there is always this, for me, it's like this fear of that holding me back of really taking a decision, and even in fear of maybe doing something wrong. How can we tackle that fear? I assume with a bit more knowledge, we get more stable with that. Like we feel more confident and we feel like we know more what we do. But how can I get rid of this fear?
The brain, it's made to just feel two things: desire or fear. So if you want to feel less fear, you need to feel more desire. This is it's called, I wrote it down because in English I forget. The brain works with the lost aversion, makes sense in English, aversion, and reward system. If your reward system is higher than your lost aversion, that will tackle, like, beat the fear. You will always have fear because that's the way that we survive. But you need to put in your brain something more desirable than the fear.